On this episode, we are checking things off the list on Garfield the truck because Power Tour is inching closer and we gotta get this thing done.
It's going down. We're bringing down the house. The cab is coming down, all that.
It's happening. It's time. It's late. We're goofy, tired. Feels like we've been up for a week.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm always this way, though. Yeah, we've got fresh cab mounts down. Bushings.
Polyurethane.
Polymethane.
Sure.
Polyur. Yours and mine.
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
Okay. Let's do it.
Whoa. Going back down. What did you do?
I just took the shifter off. So it's hitting the floor.
Did you say we're going to need a new hole or something?
Yeah, we're going to have to recut the hole where it goes and probably reshape the stick.
Oh.
I didn't take into account that the transmission was like 5 inches longer when I built that new stick.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah. Details.
Details.
Not worried about that.
Nice. It tucks that big old tire. I mean, some tuck. Not like a crazy amount, but it's definitely low. It looks like a truck again.
A mini truck.
Oh, it's low. We're calling it a night. We're goofy. We've got the Sleepy Sillies hardcore. It's been a couple of like 3 a.m.ers, and so we're gonna call it a night and get back out here first thing in the morning. It's so cool to have the cab back on. It actually feels like a truck again.
Yeah.
Dang.
It's fun because we can like lean over and work on it and not have to climb up on the bumper.
Freaking awesome. It's Saturday morning in Flying Sparks Garage. We have Leanna and Eric back to shoot, and it's freaking amazing.
So nice.
You guys will be able to tell the difference in the quality of shooting. I just saw a sample of what he shot last weekend and what she shot last weekend, and it's so good. I love the quality. Primo. Be sure to tell us down in the comments what you think. Anyway, the update on the morning is I'm going to be working on the old Air AC kit. I pulled out the heater box and got all that junk out, but we got to get the heater core out from underneath the dash and all the old stuff that's going to be replaced with new stuff, right?
You took the heater core off from the outside, and you got to take the heater box off from under the dash.
Oh, I thought the box was out here and the core is under there.
No.
Well, it shows that I need to read more instructions. Oh well.
Doesn't matter.
Did I ever claim to be an expert?
Details. We don't worry about those.
Nope. What are you doing under the hood?
Trying to get all the wiring hooked back up. You know, it's kind of frayed. I'm rerunning some stuff so it looks a little bit better. Get the distributor hooked up. Try to figure out where the starter wires are. All that good stuff.
Are we going to hook this radiator up at this point?
That depends on how far we get. We have a new one coming in, but I'm pretty excited to get this running.
Yeah.
So.
We want to run it.
Yeah, we need to set
Make
the
sure
timing and stuff like that.
Yes.
Charge the air conditioner that you're going to have done in a couple hours.
Oh yeah, it's going to be so fast before lunch.
Yeah. I'm ready.
Me too.
Let's get some stuff done.
Let's do it.
Going. Really like these butt connectors. They shrink.
So I'm removing each of these cables from the back side of this control panel, and I'm just marking them so that we don't get them mixed up. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing this full install by myself, but I definitely want stuff marked because it's confusing enough without it not being marked. Neat. I'm seeing these cables go through and then into this little arm. I don't know. Maybe I pop this little guy off and then it comes off. That's probably what needs to happen. Aww. Put this little doodad back on. Little keeper. Okay, first one's off. Oh, lovely. That just broke right off. Yay. Oh, look. It's us. Hi, Eric. Oh. So crumbly. Look at all this duct tape. Look. Somebody's modded this. Something tells me we're gonna replace this.
I'm putting the carburetor linkage just off the old Rochester on here. And so I've got to get me some clips, I don't know what they're called. Hold this on and then we'll adjust it.
Tornado warning. Take shelter. Cool. Well, so Roxy's under a tree that limbs break off easily. But then we have some other really good trees that I could park her under that don't break. But then that's often the heavy duty grass, and if it rains a lot, then I don't want to get her stuck.
Already started.
They want you to enlarge these holes with a 5/16 drill bit for these studs to go through. After I took the box to the inside of the cab, I did realize that it's hard to figure out where you put the piping through without this hole there, so I just came to hold this up here and see. And I do see that this will go wonderfully right here, so maybe I will go ahead and drill these holes out bigger, so that I can stick this through, so that I have the actual hole to stick the pipes through, and that'll work. Pipes is just bothering me. That's not the proper term, but I can't think of what the proper term is, so I'm just gonna go with pipes for now. Oh well.
It looks like they'll be okay. I mean, obviously that plate needs to be out here, but...
Right. It's staying up on its own. A little bit angled, but I'm sure that's because the other plate isn't on there.
Yeah, we gotta get the other plate on it so we can actually tie it.
Dude, this looks clean.
It's real freaking painful to be like on my knees and bent up in there. And this is pretty comfortable. Am I done?
I do believe you're done, babe.
Sweet. Yeah. Can we put this block off plate on?
Yeah, toss some screws in that, babe. This capillary pipe thing that you said, oh yeah, you just put that in the fins. I did read it in the instructions. You are supposed to poke it in the fins, but how do you take it around and back behind this and just push it into the fins?
I don't know. I haven't done it before, but I assume you go through here.
Go through there.
Yeah, I wouldn't bend that a whole bunch. Figure out where it needs to go and then bend it one time. It may break off.
I'm slightly intimidated.
Okay. We'll look at the instructions. Well, I figured this other thing out.
What other thingy?
The little expansion valve.
Oh yeah. What's the story?
So we've got the expansion valve here. The best I can tell, you put that little coil right against that upper line and then wrap this dope around it. And I'm assuming it measures the temperature of that upper line and it varies the expansion valve based on that. Maybe somebody smarter than me can explain in the comment section.
That looks gross. What is that? Oh my gosh. That is like
crazy.
tar or something.
You should make a mustache out of it.
Thankfully it doesn't stink.
Oh, it does stink. It smells like asphalt.
Oh, it didn't transfer to my skin, thankfully. Wow, it does smell bad. Make a mustache?
Sure.
That would really be pushing it. If I hold my breath, I can't. Gross. It does stink. Ew. So Aaron, I assume this little guy gets mounted underneath the dash somewhere.
It's got a ground on it.
Yeah, it's a ground wire. And that's what is at the top of this harness, the factory harness. Should I find where it's located?
Yeah, if it looks like a good ground.
This is so nice.
Yeah.
It's gonna look so pretty with our gauges.
Yeah. Pull those gauges out.
Okay, I'll start working on that.
Let's get all that wormy stuff out of there.
Got my bolts out of this lower clamp-on piece. This slides forward. Aaron said I just twist these off. Cool. He said this one is a little more tricky, but let's see. Oh, wow.
A button on it.
Babe, he's so awesome.
YouTube.
YouTube?
That's what it is.
You YouTubed it?
Yeah.
The new gauges are really gonna look awesome in here with the new AC controller and the vent up here. Yeah, that's gonna look so good.
There we go. Get it out far enough to... Did you mark stuff? Or is that what's next?
Yeah, that's what's next. I haven't seen anything behind it yet.
Looks like it's just one plug.
Figured there were gonna be a bunch of wires going to stuff and I was gonna get to mark it. Right behind the fuel gauge?
Yeah, there's one plug right there. I can't get to.
Okay. There she goes. So that's the only thing.
Looks like it.
There's the oil pressure hard line, but that's broken. Because I broke that already.
But there's a union out there. We don't want to replace it in here.
Okay. Progress, y'all. Is it? Looks like it's unhooked from here. Gosh, that was extremely simple. Yeah, there is not much back here. So that's where it looks like this sent power to, or information to the fuel gauge, because that's the fuel gauge. But it could have been the main harness, because it looks like it sends information all across the board here. I bet the new one has a similar setup. And then oil pressure down there. And then speedometer cable right there. Aww. I'm excited about the new one because the new one has a vacuum gauge right here and an oil pressure gauge. I mean, a tachometer. Yeah, the tach goes right there. That's gonna be awesome. Sweet. This unit came from LMC. And man, is it pretty. I love it. We're getting ready to put this new gauge cluster in and it's so pretty. I can't wait to see it installed. We only have 2 wires to this thing. This thing goes straight to the distributor for the tach, and this one, it goes to the fuse panel that's right underneath the dash. So this one stays in, and this one goes through the firewall with that grommet right there. So it seems pretty simple. We're going to plug in the whole gauge cluster with this one outlet that's a factory outlet, and then we'll plug the oil pressure sensor in. We're not going to do the speedometer at this point because unfortunately we don't have it adapted to our transmission. We don't have the component in the transmission that can tell the gauge the speed. When it's a project, nothing is finished. So there's always things that you're adding to, and we're adding that to the list, the speedometer. So for now, we're going with it. I've got my wire coming through for the distributor.
Yep.
And I'm gonna push the grommet through. Awesome, keep going. Cool, okay. Right, thanks, Aaron. Just gonna lose all my screws, that's okay. Okay. Oh, jeez.
What's she fighting with?
The main plug. It's just hard to get in here, and I think it's in now.
Look at the back of the other one. That's kind of a wonkety looking plug, yeah.
It is. Okay.
I thought I heard it click earlier.
Yeah, it's both of the sides of the plug have these, you know, teeth on them, and one of them clicked in, but then wasn't feeling like the other one was clicked in, but I think they both are now. Now for our oil pressure.
No, I'm good, man. I got the wrong fitting for a clutch.
Really?
Yep, I bought a dash 4 to 1/8 inch pipe. And this is a dash something smaller than 4. So I'm trying to decide if I try to source it local or if we're gonna have to sacrifice and fly the airplane to Summit tomorrow.
Well, I'm fairly certain you know what my vote would be.
After fuel, it would only be like $100 fitting. But Finley would like to go, and the people
Yeah.
at Summit would love to see him.
Yes. Finley the shop dog should definitely take his first trip to Summit tomorrow.
I need to see if I can tighten this up, because I do not want to get rid of these mirrors.
No, those mirrors are awesome.
It's a bummer when they're shaking around.
I've just taken the cap off of this steering wheel. It's time to get this gross thing off of here and put on this beautiful Mamba Jamba. Mamba Jamba? I don't know. It's lovely though. This is also from LMC. They had a lot of good options for this truck. They're known for like having everything, so of course they do. They're LMC. So.
It moved a lot.
Why, he says.
There's one bolt. Find another one.
Thank you. Is it Murphy? My hair's hanging off of it. Oh. Thanks, Abby.
It's almost up.
I'm gonna break something.
What?
I'm gonna break something in that steering column.
See, want me. It's awkward. There we
I was
go.
looking through the back of the camera. It's weird.
We having fun yet, babe?
Yep.
Okay, current mission is get our belts all situated. We've got our AC bracket in here, and the bolts are still loose so that it can be moved around a little bit. We have 3 different belts we're gonna try. The parts store just let us bring them home and test which one we're gonna use and then bring the other 2 back. They know us there. So I'm gonna try a few of these. This belt goes around the AC compressor. We're gonna use the back channel of the pulley for the AC, and then the front for the alternator. So I'm gonna start trying these belts and figure out which one we like. Ooh, this is exciting. Aaron is inside the cab, working on the trans actual shifter hole. This one will no longer work. He's gonna have to put the shifter hole further back. So
Yep.
he's making that happen.
Done. I think. We'll see if it clears.
Okay, I'm on to my 3rd belt. All of these have been too short so far. I have to go around 3 different pulleys, so gotta account for that. And we've got our compressor in midway adjustment. So of course this bracket has adjustment, but where we want it is right in between, you know, about the same distance on either side of the adjustment. So far all of these have been too short. This is looking like pretty legit, babe. Like Garfield is looking like a truck and coming together.
It's pretty exciting.
Now, we'll get our new radiator in and have to redo this, but
Well, we'll do some of it.
tighten the compressor to the bracket, and then we'll tighten the adjustment bolt. Cool. Alternator feels good. Air compressor feels great. Okay. You guys. Awesome.
Well, that's all the time we have left for this episode, so you guys are going to have to check back to see more progress on Garfield the truck. Huge props to our new editor, Aaron. Sadly, Eric and Leanna could not edit this series for us, so we passed it off to Aaron, and he is kicking out episodes. Not my Aaron, a different Aaron, an Aaron we actually know from Power Tour on past years. So he is doing a wonderful job on these episodes, and we cannot thank him enough. We are financially compensating him, though. It is helping his family, and we are so grateful for the opportunity to do so. However, if you would also like to pass along a little bit of assistance, we now have a Patreon if you would like to contribute to the growth of Flying Sparks Garage. You can find the link in our bio, and we would absolutely love and appreciate the support. We'll see y'all next time.